Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sunshine boy. It's SonDay and the sun is out. This is your daddy in Dubai on June the 14th, 2026. And I don't know when you're going to watch this. I don't know how old you'll be. But it's your daddy in the future. Because technically I'm 3 hours ahead. So I am ahead of your time. And I've spoken to you today already. And it's always special when I get to speak to you. And yesterday's message was I guess a reminder to value each day. And look, getting up today, doing what I'm doing, it's a privilege. I'm grateful. Grateful to your mum. I'm grateful to you. And I'm grateful to me. And I'm grateful to me because there's a certain level of responsibility in your life. And you have to own it, right? Whether it's good, bad, or ugly. If you own all the results, the good, bad, and the ugly, like I said, once you own every result that comes in your life, as the owner of the results, you're held responsible for them, and it's your own fault. Because you caused it, you own it, right? And I think it's a really, really important lesson to learn in life, because if other people are controlling your results, they're in charge of the results you get, right? And the key to being successful starts with that. Owning your results. Being accountable for everything that goes on. It's your own fault. And you might be saying, but Daddy, this person did this other person did this, they said that. It doesn't really matter what somebody says or does. Your interpretation of the event, the meaning you attach to what somebody has done, to what somebody has said, will determine how you feel inside, right? Somebody said to me the other day, how can you do that, you see? And the words, finding the magic in something tragic. Because when something's tragic, it means it's not gone according to plan. And look, in life, not everything will go according to plan. I often say there's your plan, and then if you believe in God, 1 second. There's your plan, and there's God's plan, or the universe plan, however you want to refer to as God. Look, people refer to God in different names. And look, if I called God Allah, my audience would respond to me would be Muslim. If I said Jesus, the audience that I would be talking to would be predominantly Christian. If I said Krishna, then my audience would be Hindus or people of Sanatana Dharma, which is the correct name of Hinduism, which means a way of life. Sanatana Dharma, which means a way of life. But that's another talk, right? So there's your plan and there's God's plan. And sometimes the plan that you have may not work out. It may not go according to plan. I'll give you an example, right? When I first moved into this block on the 31st of May, they gave me a studio apartment which was originally going to be 903, but I said I want the highest floor possible, because they say the higher you go, the more it costs. For me, the higher you go, the less distinction you see between good and bad. Again, that's another talk. It's another conversation, should I say. And what they did was they moved me into an apartment called 1010 on the 10th floor, which I read as 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. Like, wow, we're going to present you with something and we're going to go 10, 10, 10. Anyway, so I really enjoyed that apartment, and after, I think it was 3 or 4 days, they said, we're going to move you to 1802. And I said, no, I don't want to move. I want to stay here. And he did whatever he could do. But on the day, he said, sorry sir, we can't let you stay in this place. And they moved me to where I am now, and I wasn't happy with various things. And I refused to unpack my bags because I wasn't happy with the room. When it was identical to the room that I had before, in every single way, except everything that was on the left was now on the right. I didn't have the view of all the water like I had. I wasn't on the same floor as my mates. It wasn't 10-10. And I like the idea of being 10 out of 10, living at 10 out of 10, living at the 10-10-10. And the next morning when I woke up in this new apartment, I said to the guy, I really am not happy with this place. And they said, I'm sorry sir, but we've got no other studio apartments until later on in the month. And thought, okay, there's no way of me moving out of this apartment. And when I woke up the next day, I realized that I was disappointed because I was working off my plan, right? And I thought, okay. I looked up and I said, all right, God, you moved me here. God, I'll accept it. If you think this is the best spot for me, so be it. Thank you, God. I'm grateful. And I unpacked my bags. It was really nice, and I thought, okay, I should just be grateful, right? I should be grateful that I've got such a beautiful place. I should be grateful that I'm part of such a beautiful race. I should be grateful that I've got such an amazing son, wife, that, I've said this before, if it wasn't for her being who she is, doing what she's doing, I would not be able to come here to Dubai to pursue the dream. And then the other day, even though I've accepted that this is the spot, I had a realization that, you know, I got used to the old apartment so much so that I was disappointed that I had to move. And when I thought about it, I realized that my friends that live in this building, they're not going to be here for much longer, because they're going to come back to the UK and they're not going to be back for a couple of months. I'll be on my own anyway. And what happened was I realized that because I got so comfortable in that first one, it would have made me really, really uncomfortable in the future when they've gone. And that was the realization I had, which made me feel like, okay, God's plan is better than mine. But then, the other day, I woke up really early and I came outside and I came onto the balcony, exactly where I am now, and I looked over there. And you're not going to believe it. I saw the sun coming up. And look, when I first came out here to Dubai, the first place I lived, I could see the sun coming up, and I created a new habit where every morning I would watch the sun rise. And I believed, and still believe, that me watching the sun rise will help me learn how I can help my son rise, which is you. And I realized that that was my requirement. When I had my conversation with God, I said, listen, God, can you make sure that wherever I get next, I can watch the sunrise? I even told the guy that I want to watch the sunrise, and I guess he kind of ignored it, but every morning when I wake up, I can watch the sunrise, and it's something spectacular. Something so spectacular that it's free, it's available to everybody in the world. Wherever you are in the world, you have an opportunity to watch the sun rise. And obviously it's early, but if you've never watched the sun rise, you only get about 10 minutes where you can look at the sun. And it's magnificent. Someone said, Dizzy, did you know when you watch the sun rise, you're actively opening your third eye? And that's another conversation, right? And it's also based on what you believe. But being SonDay, being able to address my son as his digital daddy, what a privilege, right? I mean, look, the day, I've already had a meeting today, and it was better than I expected. Let's just say that. Yeah, SonDay business in Business Bay, and I've also been invited to like some fashion show, which I'm going to get ready for now, and I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like it's going to be really good. So I get to dress up. Oh, excuse me. I get to dress up, look smart, and put my cowboy hat on. So sunshine, Your daddy loves you to the moon and back. SonDay, day 127. A day in a day that could change your life forever. Could change the trajectory. I mean, look, if you're not my son, understand this, right? Every day is an opportunity to change direction, because you can't affect how windy it is or what the weather is, but you can always set the sail, right? And setting your sail and having a direction is so important. So sunshine, take care.